Acno. Acno sticking with the Diana pick. We saw how effective it was to stay with the bow in hand, to stay with the blasters in hand, so Acno knows that both of these weapons work very well against this Thor.
Now it seems like simpLe feels really comfortable on this stage. See, there was the weapon toss there. It didn't really do too much, but he did have the option of it.
Well, it was nice because it switched him to the unarmed kit for the air, right? And then he was able to get the recovery, which came out and had a little bit faster initial burst of movement than like a blaster's recovery would have done.
But man, blaster's nair on the edge, that is a very good safety tool.
Oh, yeah.
Has a bunch of priority.
Down light into the recovery, not quite enough. Went for the gravity cancel neutral signature, but simpLe just right above it.
simpLe choosing to have the weapon advantage over trying to go for the edge guard.
Ooh, side air. Yep. simpLe takes the first stock. Looking like it won't be an all 3 stock grand finals at the very least.
I mean, unless simpLe wins.
It's true.
But you're right. Probably not going to be a 3 stock here.
He's fairly damaged.
Yeah.
It would be very hard to get an all 3 stock finish. Nice neutralites, though, coming out from simpLe. The recovery still not going to be enough. This high defense on Thor, the down air will do it, though.
What weapon is Acno going to stick with? It's going to be the bow.
Looking like Shades of Winners Finals.
Yep.
Started with the bow for the first 2 games, started bringing out the blasters in game number 3.
And unlucky for simpLe, the weapon spawn was on the far right side of the stage, so he was going to have to go through Acno to pick it up. Man, the sidelight into the neutral signature. Using that neutral signature very well.
I love the adaptation from simpLe, though. He knows he got caught way too many times by neutral signature into weapon toss in game number 1 of Winners Finals, so this time he is making sure he does not get caught by that again.
simpLe's doing a fantastic job, though. He has the lead here on Acno.
Side air. Not quite enough. The weapon toss not going to do it, and Acno gets up safely.
Oh, man. Unfortunate for simpLe, he wasn't able to pick up the stomp side air. The stomp did miss, but he does pick up the knockout, and he's in a more solid lead here than he was in the first stock.
Yeah, he's got health to play with right now. Acno with the neutral air. Goes for the side signature. We saw how quickly that was able to knock out.
We haven't seen the major confidence in Acno's bow like we saw earlier. He's been able to pick up a couple 2 pieces here and there, but it's not like he's the one driving the game right now.
But we're also seeing a different style of simpLe, kind of shades
definitely.
of like the original simpLe or the 2019 simpLe, where it was a lot less aggressive, where it was a lot more about patience and picking apart the opponent. Not going to go for the offstage.
Not even a weapon toss over there. Going to stand right in the middle of the stage. Acno is going to eventually have to come up on stage.
That wall slip will start, and eventually Acno will just not get his jumps when he touches those walls.
Acno's in the red.
It's a downer. It's a neutralite. Couple taps of damage.
See if simpLe can find the knockout hit before Acno evens up this damage.
It's a dangerous spot for Acno to be in.
It is.
Stomp side air, and simpLe takes game number 1. Needs 2 more to get that reset for a second best of 5 in the grand finals.
No character swap coming out from Acno. We're seeing the Diana head banning out stages. Apocalypse still left up on the field. Acno's still banning. He has 1 more ban. We still have Small Enigma, Small Mammoth, Miami Dome, and Apocalypse. But it's going to be the Mammoth ban, giving us Enigma, Dome, and Apocalypse.
Of course, if you're going to leave Apocalypse on the board, simpLe's going to take Apocalypse. And we're going to go back to Apocalypse for game number 2.
So he doesn't necessarily use the tiny sidewalls to like assert edge guard dominance, but it just gives Acno a smaller area to recover to.
Well, even so, it's not like simpLe's been going off stage. Instead, it's just been like, all right, I got you off stage. I'll sit back on the main stage again and wait for you to come up so I can keep hitting you and just winning out in neutral engagements. Interesting decision coming out from simpLe, hitting that falling nair and then going for a side signature.
Now, of all the Thor players out there, simpLe is one of the few who doesn't use the down signature a lot.
He does it for reads occasionally, but he's definitely a lot more conservative with that hammer down signature than a lot of other Thor mains out there.
We didn't see it very much in his previous set with Acno. We haven't seen it so far in this set with Acno.
Also not seeing the neutral signature, you can true combo off the stomp with it.
Yeah, just staying right in the middle of the stage. Much more patient game from simpLe here. Acno's just not really able to find any momentum.
Oh. Yep, denied the recovery. And that's going to be simpLe taking the first stock. And one thing that's big about this map, Apocalypse, is because the horizontal space is smaller than, say, like a Demon Island, he can sit in the middle, make it feel like it's safe to come back up, and then just a dash stomp covers most of the space that Acno would be recovering to.
Yeah, that's very true. If you're going to be in the middle of Shipwreck, it's going to take a little bit of time for you to get over to that edge. It's going to take a little bit more effort.
Acno does get the response stock, though, but very damaged here already.
We are here in Game 2 seeing a completely different set than we saw previously in the Winners Finals. simpLe was only able to take one victory against Acno, and he's already grabbed it in the first game, looking like he might take it in the second game as well.
That is so rough to play against from simpLe. The whiff stomp and do just a half jump gravity cancel side signature, just catching opponents trying to punish that whiff. It's almost like a bait whiff.
Yeah.
And again, back to the middle of the map, making Acno feel safe before going for that punish. Sidelight, down air, read, connection into the side air. Blast just starting to come alive from Acno.
He was able to respond really fast after the gravity cancel down light to turn around and hit the side air. He's going to pick up the D-light into the recovery for the knockout, and he's gotten very close to evening this game up. Keeping simpLe off the hammer is probably very important for Acno to truly bring this back. He's able to grab those blasters, but simpLe's finding some unarmed damage. It's little bit by little bit, but now we see the hammer coming in.
Side air beating out Acno's side air. Acno cannot afford to get hit again here. Falling there, doesn't send him off screen. Another falling there.
Man, that dare almost hit him. There it is, the stomp dare. simpLe going up 2-0 so far in this best of 5. Might be on the verge of a reset.
simpLe really rattling Acno, just like shaking him, getting all those loose nuts and bolts out of him.
You mean like physically rattling him.
Emotionally and physically rattling Acno and making all the nuts and bolts fall out of him, forcing Acno to swap to the Ragnir for game number 3 in this grand finals pre-reset. If simpLe wins this next one, we got to reset another best of 5, but with the momentum simpLe has, I don't know what Acno is going to do about that.
I don't either. He's hoping that a stage swap will give him something more to work with. Apocalypse was now one of the stages that he banned in addition to swapping over to this Ragnir pick.
Going to have a different weapon set here against simpLe. Might be able to go toe-to-toe against the hammer of simpLe a little bit more effectively with this axe.
simpLe's done a very solid job of being able to prioritize his hammer. His orb is solid, and we've seen him pick up knockouts with it. Oh, he has all the room in the world to get back here.
That's air simpLe right now. Has so many
sky
miles.
Man, how is he not dead?
That Thor going into the defense stance as well, but the down signature will do it. Acno, for the first time, takes the first stock off of simpLe.
You see him immediately back up. Somehow that weapon spawn comes directly to him.
He called that.
Yeah.
Had the like fancy phone with a really long antenna for the satellite call. Ground pound connects, and the stock count completely evened up. simpLe throwing away the orb.
Acno still struggling to find his footing. Doing a better job here. His guitar is looking very solid. Nice neutral signature.
Goes for a second one. Starting to threaten simpLe. What's nice about the guitars off stage against simpLe is that it's more diagonal, so he doesn't have to directly challenge from above.
Now, something Acno's going to have to be careful about with the way that simpLe is controlling the ground. Acno's going to have to worry so much about his landings.
Touch? Ooh, did not.
Acno's going to really have to worry about his landings. Like, he did the gravity cancel down signature really high in the air. simple wasn't anywhere near him. simple just stayed on the ground and waited for him to land, punished it with a downlight because Acno couldn't dodge into the ground. His dodge was still on that in-air cooldown.
Now we're seeing Acno back to the axe. Gets the two-piece, swapping over to the guitars. I guess he sees guitars as his main knockout tool.
simple sitting over on the corner just a little bit, throwing his weapon. No major edge guarding other than just sitting on the corner for Acno here against simple.
Oh! Nice! Got just over the corner with that Spitfire. And that is going to be the knockout on a simple, evening up the stock count.
Side heavy, man. Acno has a ton of damage on this stock. Orb coming in for simple, not his favorite weapon.
Oh no.
But definitely one he is still very competent with. We've seen him get a number of knockouts here. See if he goes for the D-Light Gravity Cancel neutral heavy. See if third time's the charm.
Acno needs to deny this weapon. Cannot allow simple to pick up his comfort weapon of the hammer, but there's the weapon spawn, and Acno is currently unarmed.
Oh!
This is the scoop.
Simple's now orange. Good damage coming out from Acno.
Staying with the axe for the damage buildup. Throws it away.
Who's going to be able to get to it? It's Acno!
Another weapon spawn, but it's the orb. That's a lot of damage onto Acno. Those weapon tosses launching him. There's the hammer pickup. Now Acno's got to sweat a little bit as the Nair connection leads to a reset for simple. 1 damage. Wait, nope. I can't see anything. 21 damage. 19 damage.
19 damage.
19 damage.
Yeah.
Other way. Yeah.
There you go. It's okay. You're off by 2. Not a big deal. That's less than 10%.
That's a pretty good margin of error.
That's less than 10%. You're good. I'll give it to you on that one. But man, 3-1 in their previous set. Acno going up. Now 3-0 in the first set here. This time it's simple grabbing the victory.
In convincing fashion as well, coming out from simple. Now we're into the final set for the European Winter Championship. Acno sweating. He's sweating. He doesn't know what to play. He had the Diana, and the Diana was like, okay, we had some good stuff. The blasters worked. The bow worked. Had the Ragnar. You're like, you know, it had some good stuff. The guitars did some stuff. The axe did some stuff. I guess he's going to the Azoth, but like we were talking about yesterday, it's very rare that you'll see someone swap to the Azoth as like, oh, I play axe. I think bow would work in this. A lot of times, if you're going to play the Azoth, it's because you play Azoth.
And throughout last year, he's played a lot of different characters. He's gone through Diana, Mordex, Fate, Koji, Thor, Hattori, Ragnar.
No Azoth.
And no Azoth. From when he's reported his characters. He could have played some games off stream or games that he didn't report his characters on that he could have played Azoth. Who knows? He's at least level 25. If he stays with it, next time we'll look and note what his account level is on the Azoth pick.
Stomp side air. Will give simple the stage control. Stomp side airs again, left and right. Stomp side air again.
It's like when you eat the same meal for like 4 days in a row, but like it's fine.
Chicken and rice again?
Well, I wouldn't compare stomp side air to chicken and rice.
Okay, well, I was just saying that's one of those things that people eat like repeatedly because it's low calorie and high protein.
But he's not getting tired of it.
No.
Because it's fantastic.
No, he loves it.
It's like eating Taco Bell every day.
Okay. That's not really a meal.
A meal from Taco Bell.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, everything at Taco Bell is just the same 4 ingredients in a different order.
Side signature thrown out from Acno. Stock behind. Another side signature thrown out from Acno.
Still didn't knock out, though.
The 8 defense, as simple as going into the defense stance. Another one, still not enough.
Going over on the edge. Oh, not a very highly favored signature on Azoth. It's probably everyone's like least favorite one.
Sometimes it works because of the second shot.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to be hoping that they are crossing over you for that one to come out. Acno really throwing out these signatures.
Yeah. I don't know if he's getting impatient or if he's just like, nobody plays Azoth. So simpLe's not going to know what to do against Azoth's signatures, right?
I think he does know what to do about Azoth's signatures, though, as Acno really just getting signature happy with it. And that's sometimes what happens, though. When you play it, when you see people swap to a character that they're not really familiar with, they're like, all right, well, I'm just going to throw out signatures, as opposed to like going for the standard read situations with it or those setups for it. Instead, they're just like, all right, I'll just throw it out in neutral. You're like kind of damaged. Maybe it'll work out. So
now from Acno on this Azoth pick, we're kind of seeing the worst of both worlds. Like his axe is not looking nearly as good as it did on Ragnir. His bow's not looking nearly as good as it did on Diana.
I will say that side light in there into the down sig read was pretty solid, but he's going to need a whole lot more than that as he's throwing out a lot of down signatures. A lot of signatures as a whole coming out from Acno, but it is a far departure from how he was playing previously, so it might just be enough to like cleanse his palette as well as throw simpLe for a loop. Just like a completely different play style.
He is pretty heavily damaged here. And hitting some signatures now when simpLe is fresh. Like, it's great when he's in red and he's only doing a little bit of damage to you because he's unarmed or something like that. But when he's fresh on his stock, those signatures are not a very efficient use of your damage.
You can definitely get more damage if you're getting like a sidelight nair read.
And also you're giving simpLe more and more time.
More punish opportunities.
To not only that, but also figure out how to really punish it. So like, where do you go? Once he figures it out, what do you do going forward? All right, you just keep doing it. Never mind.
You just keep doing it.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, Acno looks like someone who like has been playing ranked against Azoth and is like, I'm tired of losing to these Azoths that only use down signature. I'll do it.
He looks like Boomy. when Boomy played Azoth. He did basically this exact same thing. I think it was like 2 years ago.
Less both slide charge side signatures towards the stage, though.
But still, like a very similar mindset of, I'm just going to keep throwing these out. You're going to keep going into them. I'm going to do damage. You're going to get mad.
I mean, as a player, do you really expect your opponent to do that many of the same signature in a row?
No, but I also don't expect them to switch to Nash either.
Zero carryover to his previous picks.
Big question mark.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It seems like we're at the point in Grand Finals where Acno's like, nothing I'm doing is sticking to the board, and he's just throwing dart after dart after dart, hoping something works, but he's only got one more dart in the bag, and he's gotta hope it works.
Well, if his signatures are very good and work like they did last game on other characters, he kind of has a lot of darts, and because they're signatures that are unique to the character.
In the metaphor, darts are characters, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he's got another dart.
Yeah, he's got one more dart in the bag.
Well, I mean, you don't know what else he has in the bag. Because I wouldn't have thought he had an Azoth in the bag. I wouldn't have thought he had a Nash in the bag.
Well, either way, if he loses this one, there'll be one game left for simpLe to become the winter champion after the reset.
So simpLe's goal is just like, if you weapon starve Acno, you take away a very powerful tool he has, but also like, yeah, look at that. So he doesn't even have to have a fully fleshed out character anymore.
He's just got to have a strong understanding of the signature kit.
And it's going to be something that's different for every single character. That's why they're called signatures.
But it's still not enough to give him that major edge over simpLe right now. He is just barely staying even despite the aggressive signature usage that he's got. Ooh. Didn't quite have the damage on that one. The gravity cancel stomp not leading into anything.
I'm surprised simpLe's sidelight had enough range.
Stomp scoop.
Acno switching off of the signatures over to just more standard hammer play and still going almost even. Wants to stick with the hammer. That's going to interrupt.
Didn't hit the sidewall. Ground pound. simpLe avoids it, but can't get to the wall. Acno with a lead.
What a kooky Grand Finals reset.
Kooky crisp. Sidelight connects for Acno, but not quite a lot afterwards. Nice. Sidelight into jump gravity cancel sidelight.
Surprise Sidelight side air not knocking out here, even though Acno's in the red. Acno going to be sitting on the wall. simpLe's going to give him plenty of room to get back.
Sidelights coming out from Acno. Side signature. Can Acno put one on the board here in the grand finals? Just outside of it.
That's going to be the knockout. Off the top, simpLe, maybe 45 to 50 damage on this stock. We'll see when he gets hit. Whether he's actually orange. Okay, he's actually orange.
He definitely has health to play with, though.
That's beyond 50 for sure.
Good movement from Acno. Avoids the nair. More scoops coming out. Stomp. Scoop.
Oh!
Acno gets one with the swap. But do you stick with it now? Do you switch it again?
Switch it. Switch it. He's got darts, baby.
Finding more darts
We haven't seen
underneath the table. What's it going to be from Acno for game number 3?
We haven't seen him ban or pick a stage, so we actually don't know what character he has. Oh, man, he's really thinking about this stage banning.
He's dragging this one out. It's going to be a mystery for everyone.
Oh, he's really thinking about it. Small Mammoth, Apocalypse, Demon Island. We're going to Demon Island. It's the Nash. Trying to go up against simpLe's Thor.
I liked the hammer. The spear, we didn't see a whole lot coming out from him, but the hammer was solid, and it wasn't gimmick side signature, down signature focus hammer. It was like he had moments where it was just solid hammer play, getting those stomps and the follow-ups. Lots of sidelights into different resets, mixing up the follow-up after it.
And they're both kind of playing the off weapon that we don't see much of, with simpLe now being on the orb, Acno being on the spear. And we did see more from simpLe's orb so far today than we've seen from Acno's spear.
Here's the weapon spawn. Acno first one to pick one up. Nice neutral signature. Able to follow with a sidelight and a side signature. Another side air. simpLe still has the jumps. Just barely avoids the follow-up, but another stomp side air again. Off stage. Acno backs up, but the weapon spawn was close, so simpLe's going to have one.
Man, that was a 6-piece from Acno. That's a Caniac combo, I think. I think that has 6. Might have 5 chicken tendies. Holy cow!
Weapon tosses again. simpLe still touches Acno.
Done.
Gets the slide kick into the ground pound, but look at his health. He's pretty damaged despite the fact that he had an oppressive offstage on the left side.
Sidelight into the nail.
I'm liking... Oh, that was wonky. But I'm liking the spear play coming out from Acno.
I definitely am too.
It's not just like sidelight looking for downlight stairs.
Yep. He expected simpLe, like he knew simpLe had the dodge, and he probably expected him to go for the spot dodge, which is why he did sidelight into nair, because sidelight, D-light might not catch the spot dodge.
Sidelights back and forth. simpLe with the advantage. Beat out the recovery. Acno still gets the wall touch. Goes for the down 6. simpLe able to avoid it.
Acno over onto the wall. simpLe giving him plenty of room. Punishes with that neutral light.
Side air. And Acno down to his final stock here in game number 3.
So what happens if Acno loses this one?
He's got to find another dart.
I bet he cycles back to the first character.
You think?
I don't know.
To the Diana?
I honestly have no clue.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on in the mind of Acno right now.
Looking for it. Chasing after simpLe. Finds the knockout. Juggling weapons. Gonna stick with the hammer.
Nice scoop.
All that movement speed that Nash has, not quite enough to outrange some of these moves from simpLe.
Different hammer. Hits the weapon toss.
Oh!
Downlight ground pound. Acno takes another one. Is Nash the pick?
It might be.
Is this the golden dart?
That was a beautiful dash off the edge, too. He didn't just sit there and wait and go for the gravity cancel downlight. That would have blown his dodge in case he missed, putting him into maybe a bad position. He went for the dash D-light.
Yo, his play with these weapons, the spear and the hammer, it's legitimately getting better as these games progress. Like, he's starting to bring more and more out of these kits and really showing the power of Nash. Game number 4 here, Acno. If he wins this, he will be crowned the winter champion for the European region.
So his Nash is really solid. I think it's interesting why his decision before this was like, I'm going to go for the gimmick Azoth.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I was saying, though, at the start of it. Was like, maybe it's a thing to just, like, completely reset everything. Reset his mental, reset simpLe's mental.
It's a palate cleanser?
Yeah. It's like the coffee grounds at the perfume shop.
What?
You use coffee grounds to, like, reset your nose smell so that you're not... Because when you smell too many scents all at once, it kind of gets muddled.
Oh,
same thing with, like, crackers when you're trying, I think, wine or cheese or something like that. Like, it's a palate cleanser.
Interesting. I just buy Versace, so I don't really go to perfume stores.
Ooh! Downlight side air. Neither one of them losing that first stock just yet. Both of them in the red, though. Side sig connects Acno. Can he do it? Is Nash the pick?
It's interesting because Nash is like a really old character. And for all the like really cool signatures that have come out in the recent Legends that seem just like way cooler compared to Nash's signatures, like some of his signatures really still hold up.
Yeah.
And they're still really effective.
They're very solid.
Ooh, simple. Just completely trying to outfloat Acno. Just so many whip moves.
Playing that spacing game. Lots of spacing coming out. Nice ground pound.
Oh, that's going to be...
Looked like he was backing away.
Oh, man, that's a big lead.
One stock left for simpLe. Can Acno do it with a swap to the Nash?
I can't believe that these goofy swaps for Acno are going to give us what we saw in winners finals after what we saw in grand finals. Insane.
Falling side air from Acno. Side light, can't get the side air, but simpLe really bleeding out here. Goes for the ground pound, goes for the big off stage. Not finding any hits. No, simpLe.
Oh! Oh! Hits the weapon toss. Acno is your EU 1v1 Winter Championship 2020.
Acno is getting a flight and hotel to CEO Dreamland with the swap to the Nash, showing that he has a huge and varied pool of characters. And just when you think that he doesn't have more in the tank, he's got more in the tank.
Did Acno go to Paris Games Week?
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
So the only power ranked LAN he's ever been to was DreamHack Rotterdam. I cannot wait to see him at more LANs this year.